Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Emerald version. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and continue on with our quest after we just got out of Petalburg City, and we're going to go ahead and go towards Petalburg Forest, where then we will continue on through there and get finally to Sporo City, where our first gym battle will occur. Not in this video, unfortunately. Next video, we'll go ahead and face the gym, but in this video, let's go ahead and defeat this trainer here, who apparently has a level 5 Zigzagoon, which is pretty good XP for this point in the game. I'm assuming that you're still using your starter, or you may have caught a Pokemon at the start of the game, which there's quite a few that you could catch that are pretty decent, but I'm still using my starter, so let's go ahead and defeat it with Trico here. And Trico is awesome. A lot of people say Trico is the hardest starter, which I can believe it very much. I guess I'll talk about some of my childhood memories of this game, kinda. I never really chose Trico as my starter. I always chose Mudkip. Personally, Mudkip was my favorite starter, and it was just well-rounded with a water and ground type kind of mixture, which was always nice for defeating a wide range of Pokemon. So it was just most useful, most convenient, and it was pretty powerful. So I pretty much only used my Swampert. I never really used either of the other starters. So I have used Blaziken. No, actually no, I think the only starter I've ever used was really Mudkip. I tried using a Torchic, it just didn't really work out. I thought it was too weak. I had no experience using it at all. And then I tried using Trico. Never really used Trico that much before either. But I'm gonna do it with this walkthrough. I'm not familiar with Emerald at all. Honestly, this is my first playthrough of Emerald. I never really beaten it before. I've gotten close to beating it, like I almost beat like the main game, I think, or something like that, but I've never actually completed the whole game. So we're gonna go ahead and do that in this walkthrough. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that, and stay tuned for all of them, because I'm sure it's gonna be pretty boring going through this whole game, and probably taking about 20-30 episodes maybe. I'm guessing more about 30. So hopefully you guys will stay along for the road, or what am I saying, for the road, for the ride, and hopefully my commentary will be sufficient. I know in my Pokemon Emerald walkthrough part 1, my voice wasn't as matured, I guess, and my microphone was horrible. This microphone is better. I just have to work with it. It has a few problems, like if I get too close to it, my voice sounds really bad. It might actually sound like that right now, but I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't. But let's get back to the video. A few things happened while we were gone. We grabbed 2 Oran berries and I think 2 Pecha berries, maybe, out of the soil, so you can go ahead and grab those. Berries in this game are actually more used. If you ever played Leaf Green or Fire Red, you'll know that berries were pretty uncommon and very rarely used. But in this game, it has sort of a more they sort of oriented. What am I looking? What is the word I'm looking for? Is it orient? Well, they sort of put berries as a bigger part of the game than they had before. Like, they actually made their own slot for it and stuff. They don't just have a berry pouch or anything like that. They have their own, like, bag pouch. So berries are definitely more part of the game than they have been in any other game. I heard that the new Pokemon Black and White versions do have another sort of system like that for berries, where they're including them more. So that's pretty good, but I'm going to talk about the video here right now. Apparently this is a Devon researcher, and he's wandering around Petalburg Woods looking for a Shroomish, I think. And apparently he's getting followed by a Team Aqua Grunt. This is our first time meeting our rivals, the rival gangs of the Hoenn region, which is, there's 2 gangs, but this is the first one, so we're gonna go ahead and check out this one. So it's apparently Team Aqua Grunt, and he'll start off with a Poochyena level 9. So let's go ahead and defeat that. It's always nice to do that. So, okay, so after you defeat this Team Aqua Grunt, we get to save the Devon researcher, and it's pretty boring while we're waiting for Trico to finally defeat this Poochyena. You'll be seeing a lot more of Team Aqua in the future, and you'll also be meeting the other gang, which is, I'll spoil it for you guys, it's called Team Magma. The two rival gangs of the Hoenn region are Team Aqua and Team Magma. Team Aqua's sort of goal is to make more water in the land and make less land. They like water, apparently. I don't think you could ever guess that Team Aqua would like water, and Team Magma wants to expand land and make less water. So they want to do that, and we'll get more into that later in the game. That's not really important right now. That's sort of spoiling the main storyline in a way. And yeah. So you don't need to worry about any of that right now. Let's go ahead and go over and grab these berries. There's 2 cherry berries. Or sherry berries, I don't know what you call them. But you can also grab 2 orange berries right here. And right here, we're going to go into the, I guess we're going to the back of the building first. And apparently I ran into a wild battle, which is awesome. So, yeah, you can find Talo here right now at the moment. I think you can find Wurmple and maybe a few others. Talo is a pretty good flying type. It's one of the first flying types you'll encounter. And it's pretty strong once you level it up, you know. It's got some pretty good flying moves that you can get early on. So I would definitely suggest it. It's, you know how there's like Pidgey in the Kanto region, and then there's what was the other one in the other region? I do not remember. Okay, so let's continue on with the video. If you go ahead in here, you can talk to, I think, like 2 people in here that will give you berries, and that'll help you out. And you can get the Whalmer pail, which will help you water them so that they'll have a better chance of growing into bigger berries. So we're now facing another rich trainer, which will give us quite a bit of money. Rich boy Winston. That's pretty cool, and we'll get quite a bit of money for defeating him, which is really good in the start of the game, which will really help us in the later game, and will allow us to buy some Pokeballs and some potions for the upcoming gym battle. Sorry, there's not really much to talk about here. This is just really the start of the game. Later in the game, it's like awesome, you know. We get to do a whole bunch of things. Then right now we get to do like absolutely nothing. Okay, after defeating him, he'll give you 1,400 Poké Dollars, which is pretty nice. We could always use that much. And if you were foolish enough to walk ahead, sort of like I did, then you'll have to face another trainer, which I purposely walked ahead because I'm trying to face most of the trainers for you guys, most of the more required trainers, and also I'm facing trainers just to get me some XP. So, you know, I always need lots of XP. So Leaf Paw is about level 12 here, depending whether you got Pokemon already or if you just are using your starter. You should probably be around the same level. So yeah, just defeat last Haley here, and last Haley will use a Shroomish. Hopefully your starter learned one of its good moves by now. If you chose Torchic, this starting part here will be actually pretty easy for you, which will be nice. The first gym you might want to evolve before you face it, though. Actually, all the starters evolved, and their second evolution are pretty good against the first gym. They all have super effective, so yeah, because Torchic, if you evolve it into Combuskin, will have fighting type moves. Mudkip evolved into Marshtomp will have water moves. You don't even need to evolve Trico or Mudkip, I'm just saying. And then Trico evolved into Grovyle will of course have a grass move, which I apparently already have right now. Some interesting facts about Trico is Trico only learns like 2 grass moves. It learns Absorb and then Leaf Blade at level 29. So yeah, you're pretty much stuck with Absorb. It's pretty weak in the first 3 gyms. Yeah. I currently have the videos recorded up to the 3rd gym, which is an electric type gym, and Trico, or well, Grovyle is absolutely horrible against it. Like, I cannot. It's taking me forever to beat it. So hopefully I'll beat that here soon. But let's not look into the future videos. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy. If you talk to him, you actually sort of need to talk to him to get past some of the parts in the game. And he'll give you HM01, which is cut. Cut will allow you to cut some trees that you can sort of tell they have a distinct look that you can see that will let you know that you can cut that tree. And cutting trees can get you past certain areas, and it can cut certain trees to get you items. So we're at the end of the video here, so I'll see you guys next.